Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to another episode of Grandma's Hands. I am your host, Grandma Vicki, and I'm also known as Ms Vicki. I'm glad you guys stopped on by. You know, as I always tell you guys, I'm now retired. After 36 years of working on one job, I am officially retired. And guess what I'm doing? What the hell I want to. One of the things I love to do is getting on here and just chatting with you guys. I'm going to probably take you guys, like I always say, inside my life. And some days you get to follow me. Wherever I do, you get to do. But listen, now that I'm retired, I am stopping and smelling the roses. And that's something I never got to do because, you know, I was always working, raising children, helping with the grandchildren, whatever. But most of it was work, 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 work. I feel like I've been working since I was 12. My dad had his own business and I worked up there, I think, cleaning floors, waiting tables, doing whatever the hell my dad had me doing. But yeah, I always kept the job because I always wanted to keep money in my pocket. So anyway, it's just something I love to do now. I just want to take the time and make sure I'm doing the things I want to do. And again, I want to tell you guys something. I went to the store on yesterday. Woohoo, woohoo. But listen, I know that sounds, duh, Vicki, everybody goes to the store every now and then. But I've been going to the store a couple of times now. I've been noticing that they're starting to put all the food behind glass doors. Now they're putting the meat and the cheese, the eggs, the milk. I think that's probably already been behind doors. But the meat behind individual doors where you have to push your cart up there, and if somebody is in the door digging and looking for the meat that they want, you have to sit there and wait. And I'm like, what the heck is this all about? It's not like you could just go in the store and grab what you want and get out, or just take your time and look through the meat, because you turn around and look, somebody's waiting behind you for you to hurry up so they can go open the door and stand behind the door and dig in and get what they want out of it, which I thought was really, really odd. And so, you know me, I stop and smell the roses, and I get to be a little bit nosy now. So I was like, you know, I asked one of the workers, what is this all about? Why are they, you know, putting everything behind the glass doors? It's like, oh, well, you know, all of the thefts that they have, the smash and grabs, you know, I guess they're getting ready for, you know, to try to stop that. And my theory is, I'm thinking, well, maybe they're thinking about whatever presidency that we're going to have, or new president that we're going to have. Maybe they think that there's going to be an uproar, so they're kind of like protecting themselves. I get that, but I think it's beyond that. I think that, well, maybe because I read the Bible and I start thinking, you know, I feel like the Bible pages are jumping off the pages really and coming to life lately. And I'm thinking, well, maybe this is part of them preparing for the mark of the beast, where pretty soon we'll have to, if, you know, they try to test us with the jab of getting that shot, and I think that didn't work, so they know everybody's not going to go and put a chip in their body. So, you know, we'll probably all be issued some type of card that we'll have where we can go shopping, and you'll use that particular card maybe, or all your cards are going to come with that particular chip on it, and the chip you're going to be able to scan, and then the doors will open. And if those doors don't open, you know, you might have to call over a worker and say, hey, I put my chip but it's not working, and the worker's going to tell you, oh, today's Monday and you're not able to shop on Tuesday, so you're going to have to come back on Tuesday and shop. That's just my theory. Kind of far-fetched, but listen, anything in this world, anything is possible. I was talking to my son. He goes, Mom, it's probably going to be where they can pretty much control you, where you'll just, it probably won't be the chip in the card, but he said that's a pretty good theory, because you can use that chip even at the gas station, and if you can't even go fill up the gas if it's not your day to go. Hey, I heard a theory with these electric cars, you know, the reason why they want everybody to have electric cars. So it's all about control. It is all about control. You know, they can stop your car on a dime or whatever they want to do where it can't start. You never know. The government, man, really, 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 the government is a very I want to say demonic entity. It really is. It really is. Even though we think that the president is the most powerful person, a lot of the stuff has to pass through Congress and, you know, all that stuff. So you just never know what's coming down the pike. And I say all that to say, you better be ready. You better be ready. And I'm not talking about ready for to go shopping and all that stuff. Yeah, but you better be ready to make your decision of where you're gonna spend eternity. I know we go after all this stuff in the earth, like you gotta have the biggest car, the biggest house, and all this other stuff. Do you not know God could care less about that? You're going to stand before him in judgment and judging our heart. That's what he's really going to be judging us about. All this other stuff, this is just man-made stuff saying that we have to have, you know, you have to have 24 inches worth of hair or you ain't beautiful. You have to have this big butt that you can sit a cup on. You got to have big boobs. You got to have small waist. You know, as for a woman, that's the things that you have to have. And for a man, it's just, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. I feel sorry for the young people because, hell, today they don't even know what they get. And, you know, don't know why I went on that tangent. But I just want to say that you got to make sure that you're ready for whatever comes. But the most important thing is be ready for where you're going to spend eternity. This is not what my podcast is all about, but this is what I observed. And it was very, very concerning to me. What is this world getting ready for? And I used to sing in the choir, and we had a song saying, you better get ready. Time is winding up. I know if you're in your 60s like I am, you probably heard this for years. Oh, the world is coming to an end. The world's coming to an end. Here I am, 60 years later, and it still hasn't come to an end. Now, it ended for somebody, but it hasn't, the actual world hasn't come to an end. And I still don't think that, you know, it's actually going to end anytime soon, because we still have to go through a lot of things that are, you know, if you're a believer of the scriptures and what it says. And I don't know how you can't be a believer, because man, if you read your scriptures and you look at the things that's going on now, man, it's like Bible prophecy. It really is. You know there's a guy named Diddy, and he comes from that music mogul and that musical world, just like Lucifer, and he thought he was God. Now where's Diddy, huh? Where's he at? So, you know, you just have to kind of connect the dots, and don't be fooled, and don't just think that, hey, this stuff just happened, just you know, it happened to him. No, this is really demonic, and it really is Bible prophecy. Now, for my older senior citizens, again, such as myself, don't be afraid to get on the internet and to get on there and learn how to maneuver through it. This is the world that we live in now. These are the times that, you know, we're in. You need to know how to scroll through the internet, how to work a computer, if you don't have a computer, your cell phone has everything on there. You know, it's going to come a time where God's going to say, they're going to say, I didn't get an opportunity to know about God. You're alive, because you can turn on your phone and you can get the Bible on your phone. If you have Alexa, you can have her read you things. Siri will tell you anything that you want to know. And I understand you can't trust everything that's on the internet, but you can ask for the spirit of discernment, and you'll be able to discern certain spirits, and you'll end up knowing right from wrong. So you start discerning stuff. Father Time is the best lesson, because you'll go through things in life and you'll look back and you say, hey, I should have been dead years ago, the stuff that I went through. But when you look on the ground, and this is just a parable, and you see only one set of footprints, you said, my God, somebody had to carry me through this, because I couldn't have made it by myself. And it was the Lord carrying you through, because God is real. And again, I asked the Lord, I said, listen, I'm going to try a lot of things on my channel, but whatever it is, I want my channel to be whatever you tell me to do, God, that's what I want to do. I had all these bright ideas of the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to get on here and I'm still going to show you some of my artwork that I do. No, I didn't draw that, but I do have a lot of artwork. I love to do art. I love to make jewelry as much as I can. I just, there's so many things that I love, and I want to take you on that journey. It won't always be about me sitting here preaching to the choir, because that's not, I'm no preacher, I'm no Bible thumper, but I do love the Lord, and every chance and every opportunity that I get, and if I can help someone along life's journey, of course I'm going to try and lead you to the most powerful, and that's my Lord and Jesus, my Savior. He's everything to me. But I'm telling you, there's so much that you can learn if you just get on the internet and just try and learn some stuff. Anything you want to do, you can learn it on YouTube University. I am a believer of that. I'm telling you, anything you want to do, you can learn how to hang a picture, how to hang anything you want to do. You can't work your computer, your phone, you just go on YouTube University, watch a couple of videos, and it will show you, it will walk you through. There is just absolutely no excuse for not knowing how to do something. If you still have your eyesight, your right mind, your ears, you could get on there and you can learn something. You know, I often think about people that are just out there in the world, and they're just trying to get the biggest house and the best car and all that stuff. And you know, to me, I just hear God saying, that stuff is fine. That's what man tells you have to have. But God said, when I made you a house for your soul to live in. Because you do know, when we pass away, this is all going to ashes and dust to dust. And nowadays, people are getting cremated. So what's that tell you? They don't care nothing about this physical thing, because it will soon pass. But your soul will live forever. And that's what you should be concerned about. Who are you outside of everything else? When you die, what are they going to say about you from the time you were born and from the time you die? It's in between those dashes is what's really going to count. And it doesn't count to man, because it's what God says. And did you do any of his work while you were down here? Or did you just do the devil's work? Did you do God's work? Did you tell somebody about him? Did you share his good news? Did you give your testimony? Because we all have a journey. We all have a testimony. Keep living. If you've been through something and you came out of it, you now have been tested, and you have a testimony. And you need to go and tell somebody. We all have this pride and, oh, I don't want nobody to know what I've been through and blah, blah, blah. Who gives a crap? Because whatever you went through is helping somebody else that might be going through the same thing. So what they say, each one see one, be one, teach one. When you come out of it, you grab somebody else and you bring them through. You don't just sit back and watch your brother, your sister, your friends go through something. You like, I've been there. I know how to get out of that. And the first thing you got to do is you got to hold on to God's unchanging hand. And then you got to take these steps. And you got to let go of your pride, because pride comes before a fall. So just make sure you let go of your pride, and you let go and you go ahead and move forward. It's going to get you through a lot of things in life when you let go of pride and you just go ahead and step out on faith on a lot of things. A lot of things I didn't step out on faith on because I was fearful, and sometimes I was prideful. And you have to get away from that, because again, we are living in times that are almost unrecognizable. Really, we are. Sometimes I look at men on the internet, and I've seen some in person, and I'm like, wow, that's a guy? Wow, I wouldn't have known. I would have thought it was a woman, and they're gorgeous. And I fear for the men and my sons and my grandchildren who are still out there, you know, and Forrest Gump said it the best. Life is now like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get. And I know the Bible said wait until you're married to have sex. And it's just like, ooh, nowadays you might open up that package and it ain't what you thought it was. You got to get to know the person. You can't be based on looks and the outer surface and all of that. And a lot of times that's what we're basing a lot of things on is that outer package, honey. And then by the time you get down to the opening up the package, it's almost for some too late because you done went too far. You just be like, well, might as well. But be careful. Be careful. Be careful, be careful. Guard your house that God gave you. He says your eyes, make sure you take care of your eyes because they're the windows to your soul. Make sure you take care of your ears. Don't let too much garbage in, because once you let garbage in, it starts to dirty up your soul and your inside. Be careful what spews out, because what comes out of your mouth is basically what's in your heart. What they say, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. So be careful of your words, you know. Choose your words wisely. Have I always done that? No, I'm not a perfect person, by far. I am not a perfect person. Every day I gotta work in progress. Guard what I say and things that I think of. You know, again, when you get on the internet and start watching a lot of stuff that's on the internet, you got to be careful, because what you watch, it starts to get into your algorithm, and then it starts showing up always, and before you know it, you're glued to watching whatever it is. If you watching killings and murder on YouTube, then it's going to start getting in the algorithm. If you're scrolling through Facebook and you start going through, or not even Facebook, but even on your phone, you start scrolling and Googling certain things, it gets into your algorithm, starts showing up on your Facebook, and all the commercials pop up. It's about what you've been scrolling through, and you thinking, dang, my phone is smart. I just mentioned this, or I was thinking about this, and you forget, no, I Googled it, and now, you know, it's in my algorithm. It's just so much going on that you got to start stopping, slowing down, and connecting dots. And it's very important that you have quiet time. That's when you get to hear from God, and you get to hear a lot of things, and you get to really start thinking. And don't be afraid of your thoughts, you know. Really start questioning the things that you do and the way that you think, and make sure that they're lined up correctly, because I'm telling you, it is time out for playing and being naive, or whatever you want to call it. We got to be smart about the things that we do here on out, because Big Brother is always watching, but better yet, God is always watching, no matter what. You can hide, you can run from a lot of things, but the one that you're going to meet one day, you can't hide from. So, you know, the things that's going on in the world, yeah, it might catch us all off guard. Like when I went to the store and they had all those, everything behind glass, it caught me off guard. Didn't catch God by surprise, but, you know, and then you got to really, can't just think, oh, you know, oh, they're just doing this, that. No, you really got to stay aware and start thinking, why are they doing this? What is this about? What is yet to come? I always try to stay vigilant, stay prayed up, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Just always try to do the right thing. I don't, again, know why I went on this tangent. This is not what I was popping on here for. I just thought that what I saw in the grocery store was very odd, and I just wanted to get on here and kind of share it with you. But anyways, I'm going to end this podcast. But with that being said, that's about it. Peace. Peace. Peace.